Hey guys, it's LPS Bella here. And before I begin, I'd like to thank you guys so much for over 10 Bellaroos. And I know that's like an eighth of all of your guys' subscriptions, probably like literally like a 1,000th, but it means the actual world to me. You don't know how much this means to me that I finally hit this goal and just it was my first goal on YouTube and my first one to break. So my next goal is 20 and I think we're either 6 or 5 away. So go ahead and click that subscribe button to become the coolest LPS tuber on YouTube, aka a Bellaroo. In this video, I'm going to be doing my first update. So yeah, this is going to be a bunch of updates actually. And the first one being on a bunch of questions being asked about my series, LPS Happenings. Yes, it is still going. I'm so sorry for not uploading it because I edited and filmed I think it was 2 or 3 episodes, and I brought a flash drive to edit in the car when we drove to Kansas, and I left it very smartly at the hotel, but luckily my mom called and it's being shipped back, so I think it'll be about 2 weeks because it's not their first priority. The reason for this is because I really don't want to film all of those episodes again and edit them just so that it can be out earlier. I feel like you guys can wait, so let's just all be patient, and if you start crying, I have tissues for you, don't worry. The next update is on my LPS trade. If you don't know already, I'm doing a really big trade for 3 pet shops. If you have one of them, then you can see the rules in the video. It's 2046, the Comic Con cat, and I believe 2452. I don't know if that's her number. I'm pretty sure it is. I will link that down below, but for now, I do have a bunch of requests to trade, but none of them have fallen through. Either they have a fake pet shop, they don't have it, or there's just so many people saying they're a scammer that I'm just backing down. I would give this person a shout out, but she told me to remain this, I guess, unidentified, so you know who you are. Thank you for telling me about that person, and I was about to trade with them, so thank you. But, yeah. And then, my final update is super huge, and it is about an LPS that was on my Instagram a bunch of times. Sorry, there's like a husky in the background like, hi. And this was on my Instagram. If you don't know it already, it's at LPS Bellaroo. Follow me for updates and more. So it was this pet shop, and she also is in my trade. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about her right now. I don't know how long this is going to be about, so just like grab a drink, grab a snack, and then come back and watch the video. So yeah, let's get started on her. So I'm gonna actually tell the story behind her. There's this really nice person in my neighborhood. I don't think I'm really allowed to say her name online because I've only met her like twice, but she has older daughters that were into Little's Pet Shops and now sell them. I can't talk. And now sell them for really cheap, and some of them are in packaging. I don't know. I'm sorry, I really can't talk right now. So yeah, I go there a lot, and we like get to talk, and I buy most of them, all of them sometimes. So I went this was probably 2 or 3 months ago, and she was like, hey, like, I've seen you here before, and I was like, yeah, I'm really into Little's Pet Shops, like, I have a channel and things, and she's like, oh, that's cute, because I used to have an old channel until it got hacked, that's why I have this one. She was like, here, let me go get you something, and I was like, okay, so I'm browsing around, and I buy a lot of actually pet shops from her. This is where I got most of them from my trade and from my cousin and things like that. So, she comes back out, and she's like, oh, I see you bought some, and I'm like, yeah, and then she's like, well, I have this one, and then I'm like, whoa, I've never seen that before, what is it? And she's like, well, I used to work at Hasbro, and I was like, that's so cool, and then she was like, yeah, well, I was somebody who had to check and see if all of the packages were packaged up and there were no holes, so that it was good for a, like, selling environment, and it was in mint condition, and that nobody could easily steal them. So I was like, that's so cool. And she's like, yeah, but I recently quit, and they gave me a long time ago, because I worked there for like 6 or 5 years, and I'm like, so cool. And she didn't just work with Little's Pet Shop. She told me she worked with My Little Pony. I don't remember what it was. It's like these dolls, but not like American Girl doll. They look like them, but not really. And then, Yeah, a Little's Pet Shop, those dolls, and My Little Pony. And there were more. Like, she was working there for a while, and she said, well, I was voted for Employee of the Month, and I was Employee of the Month. And when I quit in the middle of my, like, Employee of the Month thing, they gave me this little pet shop, and they said, thank you for working at Hasbro. It was great. And she said she got to choose a pet shop or a My Little Pony doll, or, like, a certificate, like, gift card. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. And she chose this. And she gave it to me, and she was like, I don't want it. And I was like, whoa, like, that's so cool. Like, I can't take this from you, though. Like, it's yours, like, for memories. And she's like, no. I was going to sell it on eBay, but I tried to find her number, and nobody could find their number. And I was like, yeah, I've never seen it before. And as a collector, like, that's really weird. And she was like, I know. But I think you should have it. And I'm like, okay. So I bring it home, and I set it on my desk. And she gave it to me for free, by the way, so you know who you are. Thank you. And I set it next to this one. And I'm like, wait a second. Like, wait. These look exactly alike. They have the same body, like, coloring, same face coloring, same exact eyes to the eyelashes, except these ones are longer. And I was like, okay, wait. So I call her, the person who sold this one to me, and I'm like, do you think any of your daughters could have customized or done something to this one? Because it looks strangely exactly like another one I have, but customized. And she's like, no, I actually kept it in my shelf for, like, memories and things. Like, I never really let them touch it because some of their pet shops, I'll show you. I got these yesterday. Yeah, stuff happens to them. So she was like, I didn't really want them messing with these. So, yeah. And I was like, okay, that's really weird because it looks strangely like this one. And she's like, yeah, like, my daughters brought that up too. And I was like, okay. So I do more research, and I give up, and I'm like, okay, you know what? This is just like a customized pet shop she bought from somebody and, like, was trying to, like, spice it up like Hasbro. So I go to LPS Hannah's video, and she's, like, showing mystery pets. And I'm like, whoa, what are mystery pets? And it's kind of like prototypes, but not exactly. They are just really, like, unknown pet shops, and there's, like, 20, I don't know how many are sold. There's not a lot, because they don't have numbers. They're not actually pet shops, and there are a lot of pet shops without numbers, but are known. And these ones aren't. They don't have any numbers. They don't really have any recordings of them being sold, so it's really cool. So I call her up, and I'm like, do you think this is a mystery pet? And I tell her what a mystery pet is, and she's like, oh, yeah, they said something about a prototype. And I was like, I just turned on my computer. So I'm like, whoa, I'm actually holding some kind of prototype right now. So I tell her that's really cool. So I look at this one really closely, like so close, so really close. And I realize that the paint is Hasbro paint. This is the paint that they use to, like, paint pet shops. I don't know what to say. This is their paint because so similar. Look at the paws together. It is their paint. This is the paint they use. So, I was like, whoa, this is so cool. So I just compare them, and then I realized, what if somebody just, like, is trying to play a prank or something, or Hasbro made something cute for her. And I realized there's a lot of differences. Her eyelashes are shorter. I know that's not a lot of a difference, but they are shorter. And I do have one in package, and her eyelashes are far more longer than hers. So this isn't just mine or, like, anything else. I realized that her eyes are sort of smaller, if you can see that a little bit. This one looks more awake, and it's not because of the eyebrows. It's just because, like, I don't know. She seems more, like, I guess, prettier, but not as awake as this one, if that makes any sense. So I compare them. They do have the same thing where, like, this is brown, her body's brown, but her face is red. If you can see that, brown, red. So yeah, I call her up, and I'm like, by any chance, is this a prototype that they gave you? Like, did they say this? And I need to stop calling her. She actually told me to stop calling because it was getting really annoying. And I was like, yeah, I know. And she was like, you know what? I think it is. They said something about it being special and unique. And yeah, so I was like, Whoa, that's so cool. So this apparently has to be some kind of mystery pet or prototype that Hasbro awarded her for Employee of the Month and quitting. I don't know why she quit. Don't ask me. So yeah, but you guys can say as much as you want. It's a custom. I'm not like completely like, this is a prototype. But because of what she said and what her daughters have said, like, I've been like, did you customize this? And they're like, no. I feel like it is a prototype. It has to be. So I'm so sorry, guys, if you're like, no, like, this is this. But I actually feel like it is a prototype. So that's actually really cool. And it is on my trade. So if you guys want it, go to my trade. So yeah. So sorry about that video, this video turning into like a story time, but I really wanted to get this out there because I've been told multiple times, wow, how did you make that custom? And I'm like, this is the story. So I thought I'd get it out there so that I can link this to people to not have to explain it all. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. I love you so much. So much. Bye! And this is probably my longest video ever. Yeah, bye!